Let them speak. Review patterns 1 to 36. Please repeat or answer. Is he ever scary? Have you got any idea where he may be living? Has he been able to figure out who you are? He must be nervous that you are around. Is this how he tries to protect his family from strangers coming into the village? Is what he's doing something that makes you scared? He's afraid you may try to hurt him, so he decided to protect himself. Could the arrow he's using hurt you? If you were to try to pass by him, what would he do? Do you think that he has had the opportunity to see a lot of people like you that don't live near there? Is the place he lives far from where you live? What on earth does he have going through his nose? Do you have anything to give to him so that he knows you'd like to be a friend? He doesn't seem to care whether you have something to give him or not. Are the arrows that he's going to use something he made? Are the arrows made by hand? Are you supposed to wait until he's ready to let you go into his village? If you were going to bring him something, what would it be? If you were to have difficulty understanding what he said, what all would you do? Do you wish you could bring home what he's holding now? I wonder how long he's been living there. If you didn't have anything to give to him, would he be angry? Should you have called him before you tried to go there? She is so happy. She studies so hard that she does well on all of the tests she takes. Have you asked her how long it has been since she last took a test? I bet her parents feel really proud since she does so well. The reason she puts her book on her lap is because there are no desks for the students to use. I doubt whether she can write notes well during the class, since there is no desk to put the book on. There is nothing she can do but try to remember what the teacher says. Did she tell you that the book she's holding was bought by her parents? What did she say she had to eat before coming to school today? Do you think that all of the other girls look forward to coming to school every day? Do most of the girls seem to be paying attention to the teacher? I suspect that the school doesn't let boys study in the same classroom that the girls are in. Is this where she comes to study every day with the other girls she's with? It is so bright outside that they don't have to turn on the lights in the classroom. How can you tell she has almost finished studying the book she has in her hands? Did she tell you that school begins at 8:15 every Monday? How long ago did she tell you that the school was built? Will she be going here until when she finishes completing the 8th grade? What has she told you that she hopes to become just as soon as she graduates from college? She doesn't care how much she has to study. It's worth studying what they give her. Did she tell you she enjoys studying the things they teach? Does he ever look old? How old does it look like he is? Where all did he say he got the bottles and cans you see there? Is this what he needs to do every day so that he can make money to get food? He's afraid that it's going to get colder soon, so he has to work harder now. Is he in the middle of taking a rest before going back out to get empty bottles and cans? Where is it that he takes the bottles and cans that he's collected? Is this something he's got to do in order to survive? Did he tell you that he's been doing this ever since he lost his job? If he didn't do this, how else would he be able to survive? Did he tell you he finds it too hard to find a regular job? I bet that he has nowhere to go at night. If he were to get a real job, would he be able to afford a place to live? He's so exhausted that he decided to lay down and rest for a while. Is there anyone that can help him? How long do you think it's been since he last shaved? If he were to shave, wouldn't he look a lot younger than he does now? Is he laying his head on the hat he had been wearing? Will he make enough money collecting bottles so that he can go out and get something to eat? Is what he does something that you have ever done? I don't get why his family isn't able to help him to live better. The girls love their horse so much they spend all their free time with it. Did they say they're both thinking of riding the horse later? Does the horse keep eating while the girl brushes its hair? It must be used to the girls doing it. How can you tell it must be windy outside? Is there anything else they do to the horse to help it make? Is there anything else they do to the horse to help make it look prettier? Is what she does hard to do? It doesn't matter if the horse keeps on eating while the girl brushes its hair. Will the horse let them do this even when it isn't in the middle of eating? Did you ask them how they happened to get the horse? Is where you live a good place to raise a horse? Is the horse that's in the picture big enough for the girls to ride on? Do the girls seem to enjoy being with the horse in the field? Were you able to find out where they live? Is the girl standing on the left ready to help her older sister? Besides eating grass, what else can you feed a horse that is hungry? Have you ever ridden a horse? Did these girls tell you that they don't let anyone else ride their horse? Are the girls supposed to take care of their horse like this, even though it gets cold outside? Did they say they've known how to do this since they got their horse? Does some of the hair they're brushing fall onto the grass? Don't you wish you had a horse? They're so happy they can't help smiling. I bet they're at a friend's party. Doesn't she seem to be enjoying herself? Had they known each other before she moved to where he lives? Did she fall in love with him as soon as she saw him? Did she tell you where they first happened to meet? How long has she said they've been married for? Did you find out what it is that made them both laugh like that? What is it that made them laugh? They've been dancing so long they need to take a break. Do you tend to smile a lot while you're out dancing? She doesn't care if his beard irritates her skin a little. How often have your parents gone out dancing since they got married? If you were to see your parents dancing and enjoying themselves like this, how would you feel? What is it that makes your parents the happiest these days? Do you have a lot to be happy about recently? When is the next time you're thinking of going out to dance? Is there any place near you that is a good place to go to dance? If you were to go there tonight, who is it that you would ask to go with you? Do you think that you're a better dancer than most other people? Do you care about how you look while you dance? I imagine that the woman sleeping on the right may have had too much to drink. How many drinks do you think she had right before she went to sleep? Who is it that gave her the blanket to keep warm? She doesn't care what people think. She ends up sleeping in public a lot. Don't you wish you could relax like that? Is this where she goes to spend Saturday afternoons? Will they let her keep sleeping there until she wakes up? I doubt whether she knows the two sitting next to her. How much would they charge for cocktails if you were to go here to drink? What would you order to drink if you had the chance to sit there? It must be a little chilly there, since both of the women are using blankets. The guy must not feel as cold as the women. What the couple is drinking is something I would drink if I was there. Does it seem like both of them are drinking the same type of wine? There is nothing to eat on the table. I wonder if they serve food besides all of the cocktails. The couple must be looking at something that is really interesting, since the woman is smiling. How long do you think it will take them to finish all of that wine? Doesn't the owner care how long the woman on the right keeps sleeping there? Will the owner let her sleep there until she wakes up? Who is the only one that has been smoking? Does the owner care if she smokes? Is this the first time that she came here to eat desserts? Did you ask her if this is near where she lives? Who did she say she happened to come here with? I bet the person taking the picture is her mother. Have you ever eaten what she's eating now? Do you sometimes go to places that just serve desserts? The desserts are so delicious, she can't help but eat them all. I'm afraid I might gain weight, so I have got to stay away from food like you see in this photo. Shouldn't the little girl try to share some of the food that she has in front of her? Did she tell her mother that it is way too delicious to share with someone else? Does she have anything to drink while eating it? Which one of the desserts would you like to eat if you were to go there? How long ago did they say the desserts were made? How much did they say they charged to get these 4 pieces? How long did it take the girl sitting there to pick out all 4 pieces sitting in front of her? When you were a child, did you enjoy eating desserts like this? What is it that little kids think about while eating desserts like the ones you see here? It doesn't matter how old you get. People love eating desserts like this. When you were a kid, what dessert is it that you look forward to eating the most? Is that what your mom used to make for you? Was the way your mom made things the best? How long do you think he has been standing there? Do you see anyone buying anything? If you were to pass by here, what would you be interested in buying? He must feel cold since he's wearing that vest. Isn't it too cold out there without wearing a coat? Has he bought that chair behind him to sit down on in case he gets tired? I bet he puts the money he gets in the waist pouch he is wearing. Where is it that he puts the soft drinks he sells? How often did he say he has to put new ice in the cooler so that he can keep things cold? He's afraid people might not notice his stand, so he bought a bright umbrella. If it were to rain, would it keep things that he has on the cart dry? Where does he happen to go to get the things he's selling? How can you tell he sells cigarettes? Are the things he sells more expensive than things you buy in a grocery store? Who else did he tell you comes to help him sell things later on in the day? Does he use the money he makes here to help send his children to school? Did he tell you that he wishes that he had a better job than this? Has he got anything you want to buy when you pass by here? Is this where he comes to sell things every day? What else does he try to sell besides food? It doesn't matter how cold it is outside. He always ends up coming here to sell things. Don't you like the way she had her hair done? Is her hair ever different? Is this the way you would like to do your hair? It costs so much to do that I wouldn't be able to afford it. Is this something that she does whenever she feels like making a change in her life? Were you able to figure out if that is a wig or not? She doesn't care if other people like what she did. She likes having her hair this way. Do you wish you could get red highlights in your hair? When you were young, did your mom let you dye your hair? If you were to dye your hair, where would you go to do something like this? Do many women tend to dye their hair at home since it is so expensive to do it outside? Who is it that you know that dyes their hair? Where all do you get the stuff that helps you to dye your hair if you don't go to a hair salon? Would you have a difficult time dyeing your hair by yourself? I'm afraid I might look a lot older, so I dye my hair so that I cover the gray. I know someone who dyed their hair so much they ruined their hair. If your wife began to get gray hair, would you ask her to dye it? Don't you care if you look older? Doesn't it make you feel a lot younger when you have the chance to change the color of your hair? She doesn't care if other people don't like the way she did her hair. She loves it. What a great job they did on her hair. Does it look like she has finished putting on her makeup? When was the last time that you got to dye your hair? What in the world does that monkey want? Is the camera she's holding a lot bigger than the one you own? She must like taking pictures of animals she sees. Did she say that she's there to take pictures of animals while she's on vacation? Do you think that she knows about the monkey sitting right behind her? If she were to see it, would she start screaming? Would she ever be surprised? Isn't that monkey way too close to be safe? The monkey doesn't seem to care if it is near the woman holding the camera. What is it that the monkey wants from the woman sitting there? All it wants to have is something to eat. Don't you find it strange that the woman sitting there isn't aware of the monkey that is behind her? Where is it that you would have to go to see something like this? If the monkey were to grab her camera and run away, what would she do? I bet that she has no idea what it is that is behind her. I imagine that the reason she's turning her head is that she just heard a monkey close to her. If that monkey happened to touch her, would she get up and run away? The person taking this picture must have had a hard time not laughing while taking the picture. What is it that you would have said to this woman if you happened to see what was happening? Do you think that the monkey thinks that the camera she's holding is something it can eat? I doubt whether it is okay to touch the monkey that you see there.